Here at Pan Am 360, I'm Alain Brunet. I am with KillaBeatmaker. KillaBeatmaker is a DJ, producer, musician from Medellin, Colombia. And KillaBeatmaker is coming to perform in Montreal on July 9th at the Ministère. Hi.
Hi, Alan. How you doing? How is everything?
Yeah, muy bien. Thank you very much to visit us in Montreal. Is it your first time as a performer in Montreal?
Yes, sir. It's my first time.
Cool. So you are based in Latin America, or you're originally from Medellin, Colombia, or you live somewhere else? Where are you now?
Oh, I'm based, born and raised and based in Medellin, Colombia. But I'm just touring around different part of the world right now with my last EP called Guaira. For that reason,
Mhm.
I'm here
Yeah,
promoting this new music that we have.
excellent. So when we listen carefully to your music, we recognize the music from the Andes. We recognize some classical, I would say, while traditional Colombian rhythms from the Pacific Ocean, from the mountains, from everywhere. So you are inspired by your own environment, your own culture environment. Is there a sort of angle about Medellin music in your music?
Okay. So this is a really good question because it's the intention basically is make the music that I want to make, first of all, you know, but especially now in this part of my life in terms of music creation, I'm so focused in explore the different rhythms and sounds that we have in our beautiful and very biodiverse country, but mix with something more like Anglo, like electronic music and urban beats. So at the end, it's not just Colombia. At the end, is world music.
Yeah, yeah, of course. There are some roots from your own culture, but at the same time, you're a citizen of the world as we all are right now. We're interested in Quebec, in Canada. We are aware of the cumbia music, champeta, and a lot of Colombian salsa, and it enters in our culture. It's the same with you. You're open-minded, so you're open to the music from everywhere in the world. At the same time, you're based in Medellin, so there's a balance between both.
I think there is a balance. Always, everything is related with a balance.
And about your own craft, can you just describe the way? Well, let's take the new EP. So the way you've been influenced by some musical references, the way you had your own sound, and the way you recreate the beats and the sounds that had a strong influence on you, and afterwards you made something yours.
Yes, it's true. It's true. But the crazy thing uh, is I'm not putting energy in certain type of genre. I'm just
Mhm.
fluent. When you are in the studio, sometimes the idea comes from a percussion or sample or one voice, uh, and everything happened very natural. I mean, there is a kind of or a reference, for example, afro-house, afrobeats, cumbia, but we are not thinking in certain specific thing. It's just happening. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. We don't think about that, but afterwards we can put some words about it, on it. When you
It's true.
create,
It's true.
yeah, when you do it, you don't think about you're going to do. It happens. But afterwards, sometimes we can see, as a listener, we can observe some blends, some influences, some, musical roots from everywhere or from your country or even your city. which is Medellin is different than Bogota and Cartagena and Santa Marta. There are some different vibes, and in Brazil, it's different between Sao Paulo and Rio. The same thing in Colombia.
100%, 100%. I think that influence affect my way to create the music for sure. But my point is if I want to describe the music that I'm making right now is like uh, Colombian electronic music, because
Yeah.
Colombian is so big. I can't tell you like this is electrocumbia or this is afro-house or this is champeta. No, I think it's the fusion between different parts of Colombia. Medellin, for example, we have music from the mountains, and we have a couple of songs that sounds you can feel in the lyric and in the rhythm, like that is influenced by the music in Medellin, but also there is music for the north coast of Colombia, and also there is music from Africa. So at the end, if I try to describe the music that I'm doing, is just Colombian electronic music. It's easy because the base is the electronic and the recording across the computer, but with Colombian instruments, with Colombian singers, with Colombian performers, different part of the country. So I prefer describe my music that's like it's a Colombia, like new electronic Colombian music.
Yeah. And Colombia has a long story with sound systems and electronic music and DJ. When you imported African music and started to make it your own in a way, and you were playing some Congolese rumba in Colombia and did change it, and it was the sort of ancestor of reggaeton in a way, and things like that. So there's a very rich culture of cross-cultural mixes in Colombia, and it's not new. It happens since a long time now, and you're part of this culture.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you are talking about, especially in Barranquilla, that story happens because it was a port. So the first vinyls, the first records from different part of Africa came to Barranquilla at that time. And if you listen to music from Joe Arroyo, you can feel the roots on that. But of course, there is a long story that I can't explain you in a simple interview, but I can tell you
Yeah.
that we have this long story, fusion African music with Colombia at the end.
Yeah, and Colombia, I would say I'm not a super connoisseur of Colombian music, but I've been enough in touch with this music. It's very diverse. It's one of the main countries on the three Americas where there's such diversity of music.
Yes, it's
So,
true. I think especially because uh, in terms of geographics, can I say that, like geographical way, we have different climates. We have different, like for example, we have snow, we have beaches, we have deserts. So music is the same. The music have the same thing. So it's totally different. The music from the mountains in Medellin, for example, than the music for the Pacific coast. And I think it's because Colombia is one of the most biodiverse countries in the world. I think this is a
mhm.
big influence.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
environment.
And yourself, you come from the mountains. So you come from Medellin, which is a very high altitude city like Bogota. Uh,
No, it's not that big, but I think, sorry for interrupt, but I think it's because we are in a valley, you know,
okay.
it's a valley surrounded by mountains, beautiful, and it's part of the Cordillera de los Andes. So I think that kind of environment, helps to develop certain kind of music. For example,
Yeah,
right
yeah, yeah.
now in Medellin is happening something very crazy because is the tourism is getting big, and one of the reasons is because not just the climate, it's because the music. You know, right now there
Mhm.
is a lot of pop artists, blowing the charts, and also independent artists. So it's happening something crazy right now, and I think is related, but the story that we have, is not the best one because we
Mhm.
have different part of the story. Right now, we are living in a kind of era of gentrification when you can hear many languages in one city, but 20 years ago was totally different. It was like a incubator. I don't know. In Spanish, it's incubadora. It's incubator.
Incubator, that's it.
And now it's exploding.
I see. Well, it's a hard time everywhere right now. It's not a good period for humans
No,
right now.
sir.
No.
100% agree.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, there is good music, and you are coming for us. So we're very glad to have you in Montreal for the first time, and you're going to perform your last EP, which is much influenced by mountain music in a way, because we have Andes Cordilleras, some influences. We see that in the sound sometime, but mostly it's Afro-Columbian electronic music. That's it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Sure.
But I want to tell you something extra, like about the situation that we are living right now. I think one of the best ways to express our feelings for this war, like it's not good for me. I feel like it's falling apart. Is this concept of globalization, or the capitalism is falling apart because it's not sustainable across the time, because not everybody is winning. It's just a few people who they are winning, and they're winning because they are the master of the war. That's it.
That's
And
it.
they're ruling, and they are ruling the world in the worst possible way. So music, especially the music that is talking about nature, the music is talking about feel proud of your background, or try or music who is trying to generate conscience to other people. This is one of the way to fight, you know in the best way. It's like we are warriors, because we are in a moment that everything looks like very dark, and the only way, at least for me, is present music with good intention.
Yeah. And then music is the best weapon for us.
Yes, sir. The best weapon is music.
So
Thank
Killa
you.
Beatmaker is coming at the Ministère in the Nuits d'Afrique Festival this week, July 9th. So it's going
Yes.
to be a great night. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
Gracias a ti, Alan.